Welcome to the SciFi Pubcast. Come for a drink, but stay for the speculation. Today we are talking robots in science fiction, and we don't even get our circuits crossed all that much. So order a drink from our self-checkout and enjoy. This is the SciFi Pubcast. Greetings, welcome to the SciFi Pubcast, the podcast that tries to be a pub, and perhaps someday a pub that tries to be a podcast. And as always, we are looking for customers to come visit our bar. So if you're passionate about something and you want to be on a podcast, please let us know. My name is Joel, and I'm looking around to see who's in the bar today. And my God, we have a packed crew today. We have Carrie. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Joel.
Carrie Simpson. And then way in the back, is that you, Derek? Derek.
Greetings, flesh, human.
Yeah. That's Derek Beebe. And of course, today's a good day because we also have Dr. Rennell Graham. Hi, Rennell.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Yes, it's Rennell. Hey, Rennell, just to let you know that we value your presence on the show and that everyone should go out and buy your novel, Before Life. So,
well, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yes, so insert that commercial endorsement right there. Yes. There we go. As you can probably tell by my voice, I am slightly on the hungover side. It was a very entertaining night last night for me, and I'm doing my best to get through the show. So there's that. Let's see. Carrie, how's your day going?
Oh, not too bad. I'm not hungover today. I was hungover yesterday, but we weren't recording yesterday. So
lucky you. And Derek, how you doing?
I'm not hungover, so I guess that makes me hung under.
Oh, God. And
I don't think that's how it works.
Or should I just be hung then?
Oh, right. Yeah.
No, you should be hanged.
Thank you, Randall.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Derek, I got to ask you, man, how is the kitchen doing?
It's pretty good. Today I put some silver nuts out on the counter there. As you can see, they're just our regular normal bar nuts, but I painted them with a harmless, tasteless silver food coloring. Wait, is that bowl red or green on the counter?
Oh, God. I don't know. What color is it, Derek?
What color is it on the counter? I can't see from back here.
Oh, God. It's purple. Okay.
Oh, shit. Did anybody eat those yet, Randall?
Yeah.
No, anytime that
Okay. Nobody touch it. I'm just going to take that one away and swap it with this bowl, and everything's fine now. We're all good. Everything's perfect.
Keep your balls away from us.
Yeah, I think we all know better than to eat the food in this bar by now.
As long as it's food, it's okay. So we're all good now.
Okay.
Yeah, but your definition of food is what I question, Derek.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to move on from this point. Randall, how you doing?
Good, sir. Just getting ready for exam season, which is a busy time of year for me. Lots of emails coming in from students, but it's nice to be able to ignore them for a couple of hours and hang out in a virtual pub.
Yes, excellent. And we always like to see you, so there's that.
In honor of being in the pub, I'm drinking a Shirley Temple this afternoon.
Excellent. I'm drinking water. Yes.
Nice.
Water. Speaking of which. Yes, definitely water. So let's see. I was dragged to professional wrestling in downtown Ottawa last night by a bunch of people I know from the bar, and it was great times. Yes, $20 and lots of cheap Polish beer because it was at the Polish Legion Hall. So we overindulged ourselves with the beer, and it was great. So highly recommend that. What else can I tell you about? Oh, I was on another podcast last week, Chris McGuffin's Chasing Fandom podcast, and he interviewed me all about me, and that's kind of unusual from my perspective because people are actually interested in what I do, and that's cool. So check it out if you're inclined.
I'll have to listen to that.
There's that.
I already listened to it.
Did you learn all about Joel?
I did, actually.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yes.
You got into the thick.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a good episode.
Yeah, and I really like Chris McGuffin. He's a good friend of mine and of the show and of you guys. And what he does is that he finds people who are passionate in fandom and fans, and he basically interviews them for an hour. And he's just rebooted his show. It was in hiatus for about a year and a half, and good on him. So quite happy about that. As far as our beer recommendation, because we're back to doing beer recommendations, I am going to recommend this ale, this called Red Tail Ale from Grand River Brewery in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. Red Tail. Has nothing to do with the George Lucas movie, okay? It has a 5.2% alcohol percentage, and it has a IBU rating of 10 out of 100. So definitely check that out. Yes, Grand River Brewing. And now we'll get to the main portion of the show, guys. Our topic of discussion. Yes, this is what people come to the show and to the bar. We are talking about robots. Good robots, bad robots, malicious robots, benevolent robots, robots in science fiction. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm ready.
Oh, God.
You want me to sit in the corner and rust, or just fall apart where I'm standing?
Yeah. So mechanical. Okay. So who doesn't like robots and androids in their storytelling? But what makes them so interesting? Do they reflect the ambitions and flaws of their creators? Us? Humanity? Well, let's talk about it. Guys, you know what the definition of a robot is? No, not Derek, but yeah. No, it's that kind of neat because
So it's got to be more than just not human, then.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a good question. Because our computers robots, so to speak? It doesn't have to have arms and legs. Who knows? But we can play with this notion. I know the word robot actually came from a Czech playwright, and I'm going to mispronounce this person's name, Karel Čapek, in the 1920s, and it was a riff off of the word of like slavery or servitude. So it has this serfdom connotation to it. So an automaton. So there's that, which is kind of interesting when we use the word robot nowadays, how the meaning has shifted over the last 100 years.
That is interesting because I always thought it came from Dr. Robotnik from Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, God.
No, I think the term robot definitely predates Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay, that's a pretty old game, but all right.
Not that old.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, guys, let's just start off, man, because there's so many robots in science fiction. There's thousands and thousands of robots, and we're going to talk about some of our favorites. So let's just put it out there. At the top of the show, let's go this way. Randall, you've been quiet. What is your favorite robot of all time?
Of all time is a very difficult question for me. I thought about this a lot this morning. And so I have to divide it into era. Like when I was a kid, my absolute favorite robot ended up being a robot in the comic books, but didn't start out that way. And that is Brainiac, Superman villain.
Ooh.
The original incarnation of Brainiac, he was just supposed to be this smart alien dude. And then they retconned him later, I think like in the 70s and 80s, and he became a robot. And then for a while, when I was big into the Superman comics in the sort of mid to late 1980s, in the pre-crisis era, they went full-on robot with Brainiac, and he was this sort of living skeleton with like metallic skeleton with his brain encased in something that looks sort of like a beehive. And he was my favorite when I was a kid. If we move out of that very briefly, there was a brief period, and I don't know if this even counts, where Knight Industries 2000, KITT, if KITT counts as a robot.
Oh, God.
Because, the robotic car from Knight Rider. That was fabulous. I loved that. But that was a very brief period of my life. And I think from then on into adulthood, I thought about this a lot. And it's got to be some Brent Spiner android. So either Data or Lore.
But not both. What about Alpha?
Or B4.
Or B4?
Well,
yeah, what about B4?
Yeah, B4, lol. They are not exactly among my favorite robots. Like that other Brent Spiner robot, B4. I didn't like him. I could understand why they might have wanted to do him, because Data post-emotion chip is not nearly as much fun as Data pre-emotion chip. There was this sort of dignity about him trying to achieve the human condition while missing some of our capacities. I thought that was foundational to the character. So once you took that away, he was just superhuman and had all of our capacities, which I didn't like. So I could see them rebooting him through B4, but they had to do something to change him around. Anyway, we never saw him again because Nemesis was the end. But Brent Spiner, probably, I loved Lore. Every episode with Lore in it, I absolutely loved.
Oh yeah.
I even loved Data's mom. What was her name? Julianne Taynor. Remember she? So. Yeah, she was another Soong robot. And so the Soong robots, or androids rather, are probably my favorites.
Very, very excellent. Yes. How about you, Derek? What's your favorite robot?
When I was a kid, it was definitely K9 from Doctor Who, the robot dog.
Oh,
he was awesome.
That's a good one.
Not only was he like cool looking and cute looking, but he was kind of like a little smart ass, and he was actually smarter than the Doctor was, which was always funny. And then once I got older into my teens, I would say R2D2 was my favorite because he was, and especially when you get into the prequels and stuff, he's very intelligent and takes care of business. And, he's his own person and he does more than the heroes do sometimes. And then ever since 2015, it's got to be BB-8, the droid that was named after me because I won that Force for Change charity contest. I mean, come on.
Oh, dear.
I don't think that's how that worked, but okay.
I did enter that Force for Charity contest change. Remember, that was the first footage we ever saw of Force Awakens. It was J.J. Abrams and the tall alien with the basket on his back walked behind him.
Yeah, I remember that, but I don't think that's why they called the droid BB-8.
Well, it's my assumption. But
See, I always just assumed that, back to Brainiac, his descendant in the League of Superheroes with Superboy
Brainiac 5?
Was Brainiac 5. So I just thought BB-8 was one of Derek's descendants.
But in all seriousness, when they first revealed the name of BB-8 on one of those little fake Topps trading cards, that was such an amazing moment for me because we were getting our first new Star Wars movie in 10 years when we thought the franchise was dead, and the adorable, cute new droid was literally named BB. It was so cool for me on a personal level.
That is very cool.
Yeah. And I do legitimately love BB-8. He's really cool. He's just like R2. He's very tough and sassy, and he takes care of business, and he helps out the heroes. He's a good boy.
And comic relief, which is a great use of robots in Star
that
Wars.
little thumbs up moment is so classic.
It's perfect.
Wow. Oh, what do you, Carrie? What's your favorite robot?
Well, growing up, R2D2 is always one of my favorites, and especially once I realized that he was probably the most foul-mouthed of all robots because, they believe everything he says. And then starting in high school, I think one of my favorite robots is actually Marvin.
Marvin, the paranoid robot from Hiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just so sad and I love him versus the machines. It's great.
And he's 37. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I love him versus the machines in the second book. Who's like, oh, what a depressingly stupid machine, where he gets the machine to basically kill himself. That's what happens when you have a brain the size of a planet and are left to defend, to waylay the robots in the while the humans run off and escape.
I love that he is 37 times older than the universe.
Yes.
From all the time travel, he ends up living 37 times longer than the universe itself.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he got to be the one who read God's final message to his creation.
Seems fitting.
Yeah,
that's great.
And Joel, what about you? What's your favorite robot?
Okay, let's see. I have to admit, I know I probably have to say like Bender from Futurama because he likes his bear. Or I got this thing for fan butts, awesome powers and stuff. But in reality, it's probably R2D2 is definitely the one that has the most influence on me as a good robot. Now, as a bad robot, I really appreciate HAL 9000 from 2001.
Now, is HAL considered a robot, or is he just a computer?
Yeah, that's kind of a good question. I think, what's the difference between a computer and a robot?
I always look at it as a robot has a physical body, whereas a computer is, an inanimate object.
Yeah, I don't know. Still, I like HAL 9000. So, because that's just the one little red light as his face or his interaction with the world. I love that.
The voice actor of HAL actually just recently passed away.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, it was on Kevin Smith's podcast. They talked about it for a little bit.
Cool.
Were his last words Daisy, Daisy?
I don't know.
Oh, God. Speaking of fembutts from Austin Powers, I know some people aren't fans and some people are fans. Do you know that the first time there was fembutts was in this 1965 movie called Dr. Goatfoot and the Bikini Machine?
Absolutely. I actually didn't know that.
I am not aware of this movie, and I'm not sure. I'm afraid now.
It's a comedy apparently, and I want to actually track down a copy and watch it because it looks so bad. It's like a parody of Austin Powers, but it's not a parody.
Well, it came first, right?
Yeah.
Austin Powers was more of a parody of it. I didn't know about it at all until this morning when I was researching for today's podcast, and I thought that's fascinating that was a thing. And the ads for it are crazy.
I have to check YouTube to see if there's any ads up, like a video of it up. But
yeah, they do. They have some trailers.
Oh wow! And of course, you know who stars?
Is it Vincent Price?
Yeah, Vincent Price. And it's well, I just Vincent Price doing a comedy like that, because it's actually a spoof from James Bond, but still, it's like, okay, I gotta go see this movie sometime. So yeah, because Price plays this mad scientist who builds femme butts.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. There you go. Yeah.
Well, you know what my favorite scary alien actually is Maximilian from the Black Hole.
Oh right, that's
that robot freaked me out when I was a kid.
I loved all the robots from the Black Hole. Vincent and Bob.
I love Vincent and Bob. Vincent and Bob were awesome, but Maximilian scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, he was pretty scary with his spinny sword arms.
Yeah, that's a big one with it's a big red robot with this flat like helmet type head. Yeah, yes, evil.
I heard rumblings about 10, 15 years ago that they were going to do a remake. I was like, they got to find a way to make Maximilian scarier now. That was my only criteria. Maximilian
has to wear a red baseball hat.
No.
Nice. Make Maximilian great again.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a problem. Is that nowadays, how can you make an evil robot evil, like and scary at the same time? Because robots has been around forever. Like every single bad science fiction movie from the 1950s has some sort of a robot, and even the good science fiction movies from the 1950s, they always have robots, like Robbie the Robot. So it's like, how do you make a robot scary?
Well, I mean, if you look at the evolution of Brainiac, at least in the various iterations, he's basically, he does have a brain the size of a planet, and he's using it to wipe out all mankind.
Yeah, so passe.
Or if you're going with Krypton, he's using it to wipe out the past and add planets to his collection so that he doesn't wipe out everything. He just collects all the knowledge of the known universe while wiping it out at the same time.
We could follow the Battlestar Galactica model and do the Uncanny Valley. The closer something is to humanity, the more terrifying it appears, rather than having a clearly mechanical robot, have a robot that basically appears to be human but is only slightly off in some way.
Yeah, and that is quite scary with the Cylons and all that. But if we look at a robot, and we have preconceived notions of what a robot looks like, right? Can you get anything scarier than, say, Ultron from the Avengers, or like in just terms of style and aesthetics? I'm just
the T-1000 was pretty scary.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed, but the T-1000 could be almost anything.
That's right.
That's what I think. That's what made it scarier.
And in terms of scary robots, if you want to count them as robots, again, I know we have a fluid definition here, but the Borg were quite well done in terms of at least semi-robotic race that was pretty ominous.
Well, by that definition, the Cybermen were also pretty fucking scary.
That's right.
And I was actually more disturbed by the Cybermen than I was by the Daleks when when they rebooted the series. I mean, because the Daleks just want to kill everyone. The Cybermen want to quote unquote upgrade everyone and make everyone robots.
Didn't they literally cut their brains out and put them in? Yeah.
Daleks are a good choice too. I hadn't thought of them when I was making my list of awesome robots today, but yeah, the Daleks are a great one.
Yeah, my favorite robots are always ones that shout everything they say.
God.
So you would like the robot from Lost in Space?
Yeah, exactly. I seriously do love the fact that the Daleks are just like angrily shouting all their dialogue. So some of my favorite scenes when it's just dialogue, when it's just Daleks talking to one another with no other humans present, and they're just shouting everything. It just cracks me up every time.
Sounds like British Parliament.
Especially right now with
Brexit
being bombing everything, fucking up everything.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let's see. There's so many robots out there. Where to start? We're already 20 minutes into this show and 30 minutes in, and we haven't actually scratched the surface of robots. Personally, let's go back to Star Wars because I really like IG-88, the bounty hunter. That's a mean-looking robot.
Is he developed in any of the expanded universe, or is he just
not that I remember? Not that I remember, but they just announced that
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi is going to voice him in The Mandalorian.
Oh, very cool.
He did appear in the Shadows of the Empire multimedia series. It was a video game. It was a book. It was a comic book series. And that's where he became famous for me, because that was one of the first N64 games back in 96 or 97. And he was one of the first major bosses. And he was so hard. And the way he walked was so creepy looking because he was really tall on those long, stiff legs. So you'd be running around this junkyard trying to get away from him as he's shooting at you. And he's just constantly coming after you with those long legs. So, yeah, he always made quite an impression on me when I was younger.
That's very cool.
And then they also have not IG-88 himself, but IG series Lancer droids appear in prequel Clone Wars material because IG, it turns out, stands for Intergalactic crap. I think it's Intergalactic Banking Guild or something like that.
Mm.
And what else? Oh yeah, and in the Tales of the Bounty Hunters novel, they have short stories starring each of the bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back. And in that one, they reveal that IG-88 was actually on a mission to conquer all of humanity and enslave it with his robot kind. And he actually made a bunch of clones of himself. So there are different IG-88 bodies running around doing things. And over the course of Empire and Return of the Jedi, he actually uploaded his consciousness into the Death Star 2. And he was just about to come online and take it over and use it to wipe out humanity when it blew up.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds depressing.
Which I thought was a great little story. Nobody knew that the entire galaxy was about to be conquered by droids when the rebels blew it up for entirely independent reasons.
Oh, that's a bad day for humanity. Okay, could be. Hey, have you seen this movie with Oscar Isaacs a couple years ago called Ex Machina? It's from 2014.
I have not seen it yet, no.
It's a wonderful movie. It's a very creepy movie. Let me say that I don't see humanity the same as I did before after seeing this movie.
Interesting.
Yes, it's about a really rich entrepreneur guy who develops artificial intelligence at his mansion, basically, and the first time a robot passed the Turing test.
Is that the Alicia Vikander movie?
That's right, and
yes.
She's wonderful in that. It turns out that the robot wants to be free. Who knew? And the robot manipulates the humans in the movie very, very effectively. And she is, or it, or he, or however you want to describe it, was extremely intelligent and very scary. So definitely worth watching that movie, Ex Machina. What else?
Well, going back to Star Wars a bit, HK-47 from the Star Knights of the Old Republic, he was just awesome, and so happy to murder anyone for his master. That was great.
Yeah. I know part of me would want to go out and join the droid builders, people who build R2-D2s and all that, and they bring them to all these Star Wars celebrations and conventions, and it's a lot of work. And I think the one I really like is the I know this has a special name for it. Please forgive me. I'm hungover. I'm not thinking all that straight right now. But the pink version of R2-D2.
Oh yeah.
Which made a cameo in The Last Jedi, I think, or was it the one before?
I believe so, yes.
I think.
Yeah, which is amazing.
And wasn't that something about breast cancer?
Yeah, she was named after a girl who had died of cancer, I think.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just Google it because there's a lot that pops up on that, and it's really neat. And it's a way where you have Star Wars and all the significance of droids, the color of the droid, and then they edit to a storyline, which is amazing. And I'm reading it. It's named after a girl by the name of Katie, who had a brain tumor. So, which is just really a positive, feel good story. So there's that, and it's called R2KT. So
nice.
Hey, we all learned something. At least I did today. Now I can go back. now I can go back to bed. No, okay. What other robots out there that you guys love or hate to love?
I remember one that I loved as a kid that was not immediately revealed as a robot, but remember the $6 Million Man TV series?
Yeah.
When I was little, when I was like 5-6 years old, every time I saw that show was on, I hoped it would be one of the Sasquatch episodes. And if you remember those episodes, it turned out that Sasquatch was a robot.
Oh.
There was more than one Sasquatch episode?
Yeah, well, it was a crossover, right? So there was one in the $6 Million Man, I think, one or two, and then there was one in the Bionic Woman. She had a Sasquatch episode. And, he was some sort of secret project robot guy. And 5-year-old me thought he was the best thing on television. And before that, the first robot that I remember from television, what the heck was his name? It was the Wonder Dog who worked with Blue Falcon. Ringing any bells for anybody?
I don't know what Blue Falcon is.
Oh, it's an old cartoon from when, Joel and I were under 100. Yeah, a long time ago. I have notes written here somewhere. Oh, I've got a note here on the worst robot in history, if he counts, is Inspector Gadget.
I will give you that.
I just hated it. Oh, it was Dynamut, the Dog Wonder. That's who it was.
Oh, right.
In 1976. And the other ones, I was sort of stream of conscious thinking about robots today, consciousness. And do you remember, Joel, I'm going to the guys who are my age here, Data Analyzing Robot Youth Life Form, the movie Daryl?
Oh,
I saw 1985.
I probably saw it in 85, and that's the last time I turned any thought to it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I loved that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But, I guess I wasn't a kid. I was 14 when that came out.
I would have been 11. So, yeah. There's that. Well, there's a computer in War Game. It was, War Games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And Tweaky and Dr. Theophilus.
Yes.
Buck Rogers.
Yeah, especially when they fixed his voice in the second season.
That's right.
Yeah, there were like 6 episodes where he was not voiced by Mel Blanc, and he just sounded off.
Joel, this is starting to make me wonder, what is the age range of our target demographic? Because I haven't heard of any of these.
We don't have an age range. As long as you're old enough to get to the bar, that's all that matters, man. Really. Okay.
Younger than Marvin the Paranoid Android.
I don't know. What is the drinking age up in Canada, guys?
Depends on the province. In Ontario, it's 19. If you go into Quebec or you go to Alberta, it's 18. Okay.
So we're talking 18 or older in Canada, 21 and older in the US. So some of us have long memories of really cool robots.
Yeah, I know. And I have to take umbrage with what Reynolds said about Inspector Gadget. Okay, because frankly,
he's not a robot, he's a human with.
No,
doesn't that make him a cyborg if you're a human with robot attachments?
Yeah, I just think he's
that means the Borg are not robots either.
Correct.
Yeah, Inspector Gadget is such a tool.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, I was never a fan.
Neither were I. Yeah, no, definitely not my era. I like dark stuff, not light stuff like that. So
if we're going to count cyborgs, though, if we do count Inspector Gadget, then I guess we have to count Darth Vader.
True.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
True.
And like people with artificial hearts.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, when does something stop being a prosthesis and become your identity?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, if any of you guys are watching Doom Patrol right now, we have Robot Man, who's basically just a guy's brain in a mechanical suit.
I prefer
He's
to
like-
think of
he's
him
like-
as robot person, but okay.
Nice.
He's like the good version of a Cyberman with much more foul language
Wow.
and terrible elite group therapy.
And there's also literally Cyborg on the Doom Patrol as well.
That is true.
Okay, Doom Patrol. What is that? I've heard of, but in like
It's a DC comic book super team, and it is currently a live-action TV series on the DC Universe streaming app.
And it is so wrong. It is amazing.
It's very weird and goofy and funny. I mean, it's still serious and dark, but it also has like a very bizarre sense of humor.
Yeah. Alan Tudyk is playing the villain, and he's basically like the evil version of Deadpool in some respects,
And
because
Timothy
he's basically
Dalton is the mentor of the team.
all right, cool.
James
If you're a
Bond.
fan of, if you're aware of the Teen Titans series, Beast Boy or Changeling from that was originally in Doom Patrol in the comic books.
Okay.
yeah. Except he's now on Titans, and Doom Patrol is its own screwed up team.
Which did appear in an episode of the Titans live
That
action
is true.
TV series.
Yes.
There's so much I don't know in the world. That's the reason why I get up every single day and engage with people right there. Is just to learn about the world and myself.
There's so much useless knowledge to find out there.
God, yeah. Going back to robots. Of course, we did an episode on this way back in the day that the Earth stood still. Gort.
Yes. Gort.
Yeah, Gort is like the major robot that can kill anything, right? So
Yes.
yes, definitely up there from 1951. Yes. What else? Oh, let's talk about some of the old robots, right? Because we skipped over a bunch, like Robbie the robot, huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that one. That's the unique, how to describe it? The gizmos and all this stuff from the movie Forbidden Planet, which
You know what? I never saw that.
I
neither.
have a Blu-ray. We have to do it. It's an amazing movie. It's with Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, and it's such.
It actually holds up very well too. It's a legitimately good movie. It's not just for its time it was good.
Yeah, definitely one of the classics of science fiction. And Robbie the Robot is just it's so geeky, and it's just So you just go see the movie. What else?
Isn't the robot in that the same one as in the Lost in Space TV show? Didn't they reuse it?
I don't think
No,
so.
they look similar, but they're different. Yeah. They do look similar, though.
Yeah, there's so many robots. What else is there? Of course, we have all the Transformers,
Yeah.
Optimus Prime, all the Bumblebee and all that. They're robots, so to speak.
As introduced by Michael Bay in 2007 to the world.
Oh God, no.
No.
See, I grew up on their cartoons, I
Me
played.
too.
Yeah, I have very vague memories of watching the 80s cartoon. And I really love Optimus Prime. He's kind of one of those perfect moral leaders like Gandalf or Dumbledore or Merlin that I always gravitate to, or Superman, that they always do the right thing. Except in the Bay movies where he's like, "Give me your face."
Wow. There's
Wow.
that.
Yeah, you know what? I've never seen the Transformers movies. I liked the cartoons when I was a kid, but I just I don't know why it didn't speak to me as a possible thing for me to watch once it became a big screen phenomenon.
I actually do like the Transformers movies. I mean, you have to accept them as what they are, but I mean, they're certainly visually amazing to look at.
Yeah, I've seen them all. I don't hate them. They're the last couple were definitely a bit out there and could have used more Dinobots and more dragons. I mean, if they're going to do the big robotic dragon, they need to use it more.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they have their problems and their faults, but if you accept them as just mindless entertainment, they're fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's always the Jetsons.
Yeah, I was actually saying to someone the other day that I need a Rosie.
Yeah, Rosie the Robots.
They need to invent a Rosie and then make her affordable for someone like me who just doesn't have time to clean.
It reminds me of that robot in the Rocky movies. They bought this robot just to have a robot.
Oh yeah, when Rocky made it big.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear.
Hey, Randall, you're rich. Why don't you have a robot? Okay. Talk to your wife. Come on. Okay.
Well,
Well, he
most of,
already has the iHome, right?
yeah, most of my house responds to vaguely robotic commands, but yeah, I haven't gone quite that far yet. If you had to have any robot from any sci-fi in your house working for you,
Right.
who would you pick?
At considering how much of a disaster my apartment is, probably Rosie.
I assume Joel is going to say Six, the Cylon from Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, I was going to go with Joel's
Wow.
fembots from Austin Powers, but that sounds
Wow.
good too.
Oh,
I
God.
might pick. What about Vision from the Avengers?
Oh, yeah, be good.
Yeah.
I don't go that way, but sure.
Nice. It's not just for sex.
Oh, okay.
I grew up on the Vision as a comic book character where he always described himself as a synthezoid. And they completely changed his origin story for the movies. But yeah, he was a synthezoid who was made from the body of the original Human Torch android by Professor, what was his name? Dr. Phineas, I think Horton or something along those lines. Yeah, Phineas Horton.
Sounds right.
And he made the original Human Torch, and that body got duplicated. And then Ultron did take that body and imbue it with the powers that the Vision has. He sort of gave Vision his unique abilities. But yeah, it was originally an android, and he was the Human Torch. So yeah, he was. I loved him in the comics. And I was just reading today. I was reading up on him to make sure that I was all boned up on my Vision facts. Was critiqued for being too much like Mr. Spock from Star Trek. People thought he was a bit derivative.
Huh.
Which I found interesting.
Um,
So yeah, robot servants. Carrie, who you pick? Rosie, Derek?
The fembots.
Oh, that's nice.
Actually, I like that the droids. Oh, not droids. The robots that were in the movie Interstellar a few years ago. TARS and Case. I like how they move and they can keep unwanted trespassers out of your house. How's that one?
That's a good pick. What about? No one has mentioned yet the evil robot Us's from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh.
I have not seen that movie in so long.
And then the good robot Us's that were made by Stations. Remember that alien engineer guy?
Right.
That's classic. Yeah. Let's see. Well, there's Wall-E, if into Disney Pixar movies, right? And I just found out. I just realized that Wall-E was inspired by the robot Johnny Five from Short Circuit, which came out.
Yeah, who's Johnny?
Yeah, came out in 1986.
I love Johnny Five.
Yeah.
Now, in the realm of things that we'd forgotten or hadn't discovered about robots until doing research for today, the one thing that blew my mind, I can't believe I didn't know this, and you're all going to make fun of me, but Ash from the Alien movies,
yeah,
I hadn't realized that was Bilbo Baggins.
He is very young there.
Yeah, it's the same actor. What's his name? Ian Holm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays Bilbo Baggins and Ash from Alien. And I had not put those things together in my head until today. And it just about blew my mind.
Wow.
Did you guys know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. I think I did vaguely, but I forget a lot. So, yeah, it's amazing.
It's the alcohol. He doesn't remember so much stuff.
Yeah. Of course, we can get to the whole Mecha Godzilla creature from the movie Godzilla versus Mecha Godzilla from 1974. That's a good one.
Not a bad flick.
Yeah, it's smashing. There's that.
If you have friends who are sort of vaguely Star Wars fans, but not huge into it, like not complete Star Wars nerds like us, you can freak them out by telling them that C-3PO has one silver leg in the original Star Wars, because no one notices that unless they're, again, freaks like us.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. What else? Of course, we got the androids from Blade Runner. My personal favorite is Roy Batty.
True.
Right. So it's about finding humanity, or at least destroying humanity. One of the two. There's the Sentinels from the Matrix.
Yeah, when I was reading your robot list and I saw the Sentinels, the first thing that came to mind was the X-Men Sentinels, designed to destroy mutants. But
yes.
I do prefer the ones from the Matrix. I thought they were really cool robots.
Yeah, it's kind of robots with lots of tentacles, and I find them creepy. It's either that or there has to be some sort of face that is very human, like Sonny from Robot in iRobot from 2004. Very human-like, but not human-like.
Yeah, that was a cool robot.
Yeah, he was, and voiced by Alan Tudyk, who's awesome in all things.
I had forgotten that.
Who also voiced K2 in Rogue One.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. That one I knew.
What else?
Looking at your list here. This is a silly one. Do you guys remember Muffet?
Yes! I love Muffet.
Yeah, he was a robot Doggett.
Yes, because the original Doggett died.
What is that
they built a robot.
That's right. That's that's Buck Rogers.
From the original
okay.
original Battlestar.
Battlestar, that's what it is. Yeah, not Buck Rogers. Yeah, the original Battlestar Galactica. And I was trying to think of other robots from Star Trek today too. The first ones that popped into my head. Do you remember the Stella androids from iMud?
Well, all of the androids from iMud.
That's right. There were a ton of them.
They had to threaten Kirk with a guy with robot guts in order to get him to Mud's planet.
That's right. And then I love that the ultimate punishment was having several robots made like his wife for Harry Mudd.
Did anybody watch Gene Roddenberry's Andromeda back around 2000?
Yeah, I did not.
I managed it. It got a bit weird by towards the end.
Well, yeah, unfortunately, the original writers were kicked to the curb. But that had a good example of positive robot/AI characters with Andromeda. She had a robot avatar that existed within the ship that she controlled, but she was self-aware, but she wasn't evil. She didn't have, I don't think she had any kind of, rules governing her like Asimov's rules, but she was, loyal and good on her own. They also had a really lame, crappy version of the Borg as well, but let's not go into that.
Nice. Let's see. We forgot to talk about all the police versions of robots, like RoboCop.
Well, isn't he more of a cyborg, though?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's that. But still, it's mechanical. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
There's the RoboCops in Futurama.
Okay, there's another one. And, of course, there's the Robot Police in THX 1138 by a little-known director at the time, George Lucas, from 1971.
I never heard of him.
No, they're evil.
Director of he didn't direct Red Tails, but he produced it.
Yeah, Red Tail. Okay, moving on.
How about Dot Matrix from Spaceballs?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That was Joan Rivers.
Yes.
Oh, right. Didn't they call her Dottie?
No, Dot.
Okay.
Yeah, I was never a Joan Rivers fan, but Spaceballs was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I was just, again, going through my list of robots that I could remember from Star Trek, because that's sort of my biggest fandom. If you guys watched Voyager, there was the holographic robot from Dr. Chaotica, the Captain Proton series, named Satan's Robot.
Oh, yes. Yes, that was nice and cheesy. There were also the replicated robots in, I forget which episode it is from the original series.
Oh, is it All Our Yesterdays? It was Mr.
Where Little
Atos?
Girls. No, I think it's where Little Girls Made Of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd forgotten that one. Yeah, that's right.
Right. There's this robot in the Solo movie, Star Wars, the one with who had the thing for who? Okay, was it L337? Yeah, with Lando. Yeah, there's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, which is no. Yeah.
L3.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was fun.
Yeah. You know this movie from I don't know. This is going to be late 70s. Let me look. Logan's Run.
I've not seen Logan's Run.
I got this on Blu-ray because it's such a good movie in many ways. It's interesting, and one of them, there's one scene where there's basically a gatekeeper, and it's this evil robot called Box. So another example of a robot being evil. Logan's Run
is currently on Netflix right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Definitely go see it.
Well, American Netflix anyway.
Yeah. 1976, and it stars Michael York. You may know Michael York from the Austin Powers movies. So,
yeah.
Very good.
Or from Babylon 5.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one who started the Minbari War.
Oh,
Yep.
Right. Yes, there's
he thought he was from King Arthur's court.
Farrah Fawcett's in the movie as well. And Peter Ustinov. Lots of good
Now,
movies.
controversial robots, if this counts as a robot, Major from Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
controversial in the Scarlett Johansson incarnation. Casting her to play an Asian person.
Yeah, I did finally see that. It was good.
Yeah, I liked the movie.
There were a few scenes that were beautifully taken just straight out of the original movie. I get what they were trying to do with the character of the Major, but yeah, they could have cast an Asian person.
It wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Wouldn't have been, although to be fair, I don't think. I don't think that the original character was. I know her partner was an Asian in the movie, but I'm not. I think the way they did it, it was left very vague.
There's also the Iron Giant, which I've never
True.
actually seen. Guys,
Nor
have you
me.
seen- Yeah, come on. Who
No.
has seen
I
Not
that?
have
only
it.
Derek.
It's on my list. It's on my list. to
I'm the
watch
only one here
at some
that's
point.
seen it.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
it's good.
It is very good. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
How do you know it's very good if you haven't seen it?
I've heard it's very good.
Well, that doesn't
Sorry.
mean
I have heard it's very good. I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
you may personally hate it, just like the way I hated Dumbo, whereas lots of people think it's great.
there's that. Yeah. What about the Last Starfighter? Beta.
Oh, Beta.
Yeah,
yes.
the stand-in, the replacement.
Yeah, replaced Alex.
He
Yes.
was fun.
Yeah.
He scared the crap out of me the first time I saw it, because when he pulls back the sheet and he's all like still forming, I was like, I just kind of ran out of the room when I saw that the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we are going to go way, way back, we have the robots from the 1927 film, Metropolis. How do you say it?
Metropolis.
Metropolis. Sorry. It's in German, of course. It's the Force Maria. It's the Machine. Munch. I can't speak English. My German this morning. I'm sorry, guys. But it's a
Maschinenmensch.
Yeah, Maschinenmensch. Yes, a classic icon of science fiction. Yeah. There's that. I like old style. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say some robots who I hadn't thought of that just popped into my head were Crow T Robot and Tom Servo from MST3K. They're fantastic.
Okay.
They're probably my current favorite robots now that I think of it, because I'm really enjoying watching that.
You mean the remake?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's one of those
Nice.
things that I always thought I would like in theory, but whenever I go to sit down and watch one of them, I just kind of get immediately bored.
Oh, yeah, no, I really like it.
I like the idea of it.
Yeah. Any other robots you guys can think of?
Oh, Lori 8 from Before Life. Yeah, she's the android poet laureate of Detroit, and her name is Lori 8.
Oh, God.
Gee, I wonder why you decided to throw that one in.
Well, it's the greatest robot of all time. I mean, she only has a couple of scenes, but still. Other robots. Oh, Lieutenant Ilia, after she's transformed by V'ger in Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, there's that.
Choppers
There's,
from Rebels.
All right, choppers.
I can't believe we haven't talked about Bishop from Alien,
Oh, yeah.
played by Lance Hendrickson.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Or David, or with that one, Call. This is one.
Yeah,
from-
Annalee Call.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, I thought David in Prometheus was a really fascinating character. It's unfortunate what they did with him in the sequel, but in Prometheus, he was really interesting.
See, I just kept seeing Magneto. Because I love Michael Fassbender, but I was really into Magneto at the time, and that's who he looked like. That's who I kept thinking about. And I wasn't otherwise diverted by the movie that much. I didn't love the Prometheus movies, but it was a neat character.
What else is there? There's, we can go on. There's lists you can find on the internet. Wikipedia has a list of robots. It's just one thing after another, and it's cool. Robots in science fiction.
We did talk about the Terminators, right?
Well, we mentioned T-1000, who was on my list of scariest robots. I mean, obviously the T-800, Arnold Schwarzenegger, is iconic. But again, I guess they're more robot than cyborg, because they're simply encased in flesh, aren't they, the T-800s?
Yeah. The Terminators are full-on robot.
That's right.
Yeah, encased in flesh so that they can go back in time.
Because that makes sense.
Because that makes sense.
Because why not?
Because why not? We all have to follow our own rules.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm thinking I should actually, design and build a version of Derek as a robot and give him better cooking skills and all that, and then hire the
Wait,
robot.
I thought Derek already was a robot.
No, I'm just not human. There's a difference.
Okay.
Go. So there's that. Okay. Well, I think that's it for the show. We should close our doors, and unless you guys have any last thoughts about robots and science fiction.
No, not that I can think of. At least not right now.
All right.
And if we could get the music rights, we could close off with Mr. Roboto by Styx.
Love that song. That's a great song. So if you are dear customers, if you have any topics, ideas you want to share, perhaps we can do your topic. And perhaps you can come on our show too if that's something you will be interested in. You can find us on our social media platforms. We're on 3 different channels. We're on Twitter, which is done by me, and we have Facebook page, which is managed by Derek. And we also have an Instagram account, which I focus on beer and food and anything bar or pub related. Our Twitter address is at SciFi Pubcast. And you can email us if you want. Our email address is management@scifipubcast.space. Please leave us a positive Apple Podcast review. It helps others find the show. Carrie, what's your Twitter address?
Yes. You can find me at Carrie Blackfire42. That's KERI Blackfire42.
And Derek, what's yours?
I am at Derek J. Beebe. And really quick note about the Apple iTunes thing. I actually went to create an Apple iTunes account the other night, and it turned out that it didn't let me because I don't have the current version of Windows. So you have to have the current version of Windows in order to even open the Apple iTunes program to leave a review, which is weird.
That's kind of odd.
Because my computer's not that old, but...
Yeah.
But are you running Windows 10?
I don't know what this is. I think it might be XP.
Yeah, XP is no longer supported.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Have you thought about
XP,
that?
No, I tried.
XP is like 3 operating systems behind.
Interesting. Well, this computer's not that old, but I tried to give us good reviews, but
Okay.
Well, it's the intention.
the robots were against it.
Yeah, that's the problem with tech. It gets out of date so fast. So, yes. Randall, what's your Twitter address?
At Randall_Graham.
Great. Mine is at Joel_Welch. So there's that. Any last thoughts before we literally close the doors? That's about it.
Don't eat the silver nuts in the green bowl.
Okay, there you go. It's closing time, guys. Thanks for listening to the show. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Music provided courtesy of Logan Rathbone. Podcast logo by Drew M. Copyrighted Joe Welch. Listen responsibly, and we can't wait for your next visit to our fine establishment. Cheers.